Hello there. More and more of our MPs are unveiling themselves as supporters of not just EU membership, but also of a new European empire, somehow straddling the world. To the whooping and cheering of the assembled Lib Dem conference, that well-known Belgian MEP and arch-advocate of an EU superstate, Guy Verhofstadt, ranted on about building a European empire and proclaiming the end of nation-states. The world order of tomorrow is not a world order based on nation-states or countries, he said. It's a world order that is based on empires. And then he went on to describe Russia, India and the USA as empires and said, "The world of tomorrow is a world of empires in which we Europeans and you British can only defend your interests, your way of life, by doing it together in a European framework and a European Union." And this is where the Lib Dem empire building audience really went wild with applause. But when talking about Brexiteers, the Remainer types, like the Lib Dems, accuse us of harking back to the days of empire. Well, it sounds to me as if these people are harking forward to the days of empire. And whenever I'm forced to listen to Verhofstadt, I don't usually do it out of choice, but out of a need to know what Brexiteers are up against. But whenever I'm forced to listen to him, all I hear is a confrontational tone between his pet EU empire project and the rest of the world. It sounds to me like he views the likes of the USA, China, India and Russia all as imminent dangers. Now, I can understand a country being on its toes regarding defence at all times, but building an empire? Is this really how the average middle-of-the-road Lib Dem supporter sees the world, as a group of empires facing off against each other? Well, message to them, your party's leaders obviously do. And on top of that, the Lib Dems appear to be doubling down on EU membership. Not only have they voted for a revoke Article 50 strategy, one of their newest cross-the-floor converts, the former Labour Party MP Chuka Umunna, said that should the UK end up leaving the EU, then the Lib Dems should apply to rejoin it. When asked if he would campaign for re-entry, he gave an emphatic yes, and also said that he didn't think we'd end up leaving anyway. He was also asked about the UK being required to join the Euro or the forming EU defence system, and he replied by saying, "Look, I don't think that is something that will be demanded of us, not least because about a third of members of the European Union are not part of the Euro, and I do not see them becoming part of the Euro. This idea of a European army I think is unlikely to come about in the configuration that is suggested by the red-top tabloid newspapers." Has he not learnt from Nick Clegg's disastrous claim that thoughts of an EU army were just a dangerous fantasy? Actually, he probably thinks or hopes that we've all got very short memories. Anyway, he went on to say, "I always thought that going forward you would have an economic core which would revolve around Germany, the main economic powerhouse in the Eurozone, and then it made sense to have a defence and security core that Britain would lead." Chuka has obviously not been listening to what people like Verhofstadt, Juncker, Tusk, Tajani and now Ursula von der Leyen have been saying, nor the warnings from Veterans for Britain, has he? And as for going back into the EU once we've left, the only route for that would be via a Lisbon Treaty Article 49 application as a new member, and the requirements for admission state: countries wishing to join need to have the ability to take on and implement effectively the obligations of membership, including adherence to the aims of political, economic and monetary union. Now, if that doesn't mean assimilation into the Eurozone at the very least, then what does it mean? But I think we would have a bit of a hard time convincing Eurocrats that the UK would promise to be a nice, quiet little EU nation this time, while hordes of Brexiteers campaigned hard to stay outside the EU. Brussels might just decline that particular application. But it goes to show that those who wish to live in an independent and sovereign UK will never be able to relax their guard. We did that the day after the EU referendum, and look what happened. Never again. Anyway, what do you think? Please share and comment, and thank you for watching. Please do like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. Thank you very much for watching.